holiday season is supposed to be a time of joy, celebration, and gratitude. For many people, it can also be a time of stress, pressure, and frustration. In this video, I'm going to share with you some tips and strategies that help me to manage holiday stress and perfectionism, as well as how to get unstuck and move forward with your goals and dreams. Stress versus holiday stress. What is stress? Stress is a normal reaction that the body has when changes occur, resulting in physical, emotional, or intellectual responses. Holiday stress, on the other hand, is a common feeling when we're under a lot of pressure or feeling overwhelmed, and it occurs during the holidays, but it typically refers to the months of November and December. The holidays come during the cooler weather or darker seasons, along with the time change, and those things do have an impact too. It can also be manifested in numerous ways, but you might feel tension, irritability, and changes in your appetite. Your body will communicate when you're under stress. Benefits of managing holiday stress. It's important to manage holiday stress and to embrace imperfection in order to maintain your mental and emotional well-being during the festive season. High expectations, both on your own and society's, can be overwhelming. Therefore, it's crucial to understand what's going on so that you can properly address stress in a healthy way. One way to ensure a healthy well-being is to promote and foster authentic connections. Authentic connection begins when we reveal our true self to another person. When we build authentic connections, we embrace imperfection, allowing us to be ourselves and to form deeper and more authentic connections with our loved ones. It's important to note that authentic connections aren't always perfect and magical, like those portrayed in Disney and Lifetime movies or in the Hallmark shows. They are actually filled with mistakes, anxiety, and fear. However, when we embrace imperfection while striving for authentic connections, we can release ourselves from the relentless pursuit of an idolized holiday, freeing our mental and emotional energy. Cultivating resilience, managing holiday stress, and embracing the things that may or may not go our way are other important aspects to consider. By building a tolerance for things not going the way we expect, we can reflect and say, "Oh, everything was on fire, but I handled it well." This helps cultivate resilience and set a positive examples for others, especially young people who might adopt the same level of stress around the holidays. Why do the expectations and pressures of the holiday season impact your overall well-being and stress level? I think it's the idea that the holidays are the main indicator of what love is. This pressure comes as a result of the holidays being the main season in which you show love. So we go to buy for everybody we want to support and love through both our gift buying and spending all this extra time. When we circle back though, I think it's nice to know that this isn't the only time that I show my love. It's a really great time to show my love, but I can also show it during the other 10 months of the year too. Common reasons for holiday stress. Let's reflect on some common reasons that we might experience holiday stress. I think the first is high expectations. Oftentimes, we place unrealistic expectations on ourselves during the holidays. We want to create the perfect experience, including flawless decorations, extravagant gifts, and a harmonious family gathering. And sometimes that quest to achieve that perfection can create a significant source of stress for us. The financial burden that we experience with holiday shopping, gift giving, travel expenses, and hosting gatherings can also lead to stress around the holidays. Oftentimes, we wonder if anyone else can feel this too. We feel compelled to spend beyond our means just because we want to show these people that we care about them. Time constraints are also a big stressor during holidays. It tends to be exceptionally busy. We attend commitments such as shopping, decorating, attending parties, and preparing elaborate meals. There's this perceived lack of time to accomplish all these tasks on your list when you're already stressed about your normal life. It can contribute to more feelings of stress. During family get-togethers, unresolved conflicts can sometimes come to the forefront. These stressors, combined with the desire for a perfect family experience, can result in an overload of stress. Navigating your family dynamics during the holidays can be very emotionally taxing for many of us. For those of us who have experienced loss or are separated from our loved ones during the holidays, our loneliness and grief can greatly magnify our stress levels. The American Psychological Association says that stress increases over the holiday season, which can lead to physical illness. It can also lead to depression and anxiety. 38% of the people surveyed said that they do feel an increase in stress around the holiday season. This also can lead to substance abuse. Some of these reasons are lack of time, financial pressure, gift giving, etc. The National Alliance on Mental Health also did a survey, and they found that 64% of those individuals living with a mental illness felt that their conditions worsened around the holidays. It's also important to point out that one survey that the American Psychological Association conducted found that women report feeling stressed more on the holidays than men do. I'm sure that you can see this in your own life, but it's also statistically verifiable. It's a widespread phenomenon that not just one, but all of us are feeling. You're not the only individual that deals with stress from the holidays. This impacts everybody. So, understanding your sources of stress is going to be an essential step in helping you manage and mitigate the effects of stress throughout the holiday season. When you think of perfectionism, what comes to mind? How does this differ around the holidays? Now, many of you will find this spot on. Perfectionism is that relentless pursuit of flawlessness and the setting of exceedingly high standards and expectations, usually for yourself. During this time, we are hoping for the perfect holiday in which we have the perfect decorations, perfect meal, and the perfect family gathering. You have done everything in your power to clean your house from top to bottom for your great-grandmother or whomever may come. There are some negative consequences to perfectionism. It can lead to feelings of self-criticism and chronic stress. It can strain relationships as individuals may impose their high expectations or standards on others. There's a comparison trap that is typically due to the prevalence of social media and the tendency to compare one's experience during the holidays with others. Images on Instagram and Facebook might look perfect, but we have no idea of what is going on behind the scenes. Social media rarely gives us a true picture of any situation, since most of us only show our nest faces online. It's important to remain grounded and to avoid comparing ourselves to the often fake displays on social media. The pursuit of perfection during the holiday season added layers of stress. Perfectionism is awful. It really sets impossibly high standards for yourself or for others. Expecting every aspect of the holiday to be flawless can create anxiety and stress. So just be aware of what your expectations are. Are they realistic or are they unrealistic? Fear of judgment is another thing that adds another layer of holiday stress. Many people fear judgment or criticism from others if they don't meet these high expectations. Even if they're unspoken, they still fear that judgment, and this fear can anticipate and intensify their levels of stress and make it challenging to really enjoy this time. The fear of failure, making mistakes, or falling short on their own or others' expectations again leads to chronic stress, exhaustion, and burnout. With all the extra added stress, with all the time commitment and all the expectations we have, we might forget to give ourselves enough rest. We might forget to drink water. We might forget to practice relaxation techniques. We might forget just to enjoy the moment that we're in. Constantly comparing our holiday experience to others can contribute to feelings of inadequacy, to being stuck in an endless cycle. In your pursuit of perfection, we might lose sight of genuine and authentic aspects of the holiday experience. This pursuit can lead to a sense of lack of fulfillment, a sense of disconnection from our loved ones and from the true spirit of the holidays. How not to be perfect. So, let's shift now and see what we can do about perfectionism. How to not be perfect. It's perfectly okay to be imperfect. It's essential to recognize that perfectionism can be a double-edged sword. You should strive for excellence. However, the relentless pursuit, the rigidity, the unforgiving attitude of mistakes can lead to stress and anxiety. So, set realistic expectations by acknowledging that perfection is unattainable and that everyone makes mistakes. Set achievable goals and expectations for yourself during the holidays, and consider what truly matters. Prioritize your own self-care. Make self-care a non-negotiable part of your holiday routine. Oftentimes, self-care gets pushed to the very last back burner. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep, eating nourishing foods, and engaging in physical activity. Those are all important components to self-care. Boundary setting is also a good thing for self-care. Practicing self-compassion is one of my favorites. If you're kind to yourself, if you're compassionate with yourself during a time of imperfection or a mistake, your stress or anxiety levels are going to be a lot less detrimental to you. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would to a loved one or a dear friend when you make a mistake or experience a setback. Remind yourself that it's part of being human and challenge your negative self-talk with compassionate statements. That's a really hard thing to do, but it's a really beneficial thing to do. Setting boundaries is a good way to overcome perfectionism and the holiday. Learn when to say no. Overcommitting can lead to burnout and can lead to extra stress. So, say no to some things. Take some things off your plate during this time. Practicing mindfulness, staying in the present moment, and staying fully engaged with your thoughts, feelings, emotions, and bodily sensations are great ways to not let stress impact you in a negative way. Embrace your imperfections and whether or not your house is less than perfectly decorated. These imperfections can oftentimes be like troublesome memories. Reach out to family, friends, and even your therapist when you're feeling overwhelmed. Having someone that you can share these thoughts and feelings with is going to be a way to counterbalance the extra stress that you're experiencing. Finally, celebrate your small wins and acknowledge your own achievements, no matter how small they may be. Say, I got out of bed today, I took a shower, I went to work. Even though that's small and you do that every day, celebrate your wins during this time. You must dig in and celebrate what you're doing to help during this stressful time. Why do I feel stuck, especially around the holiday season? Research shows that individuals who experience a disconnect between their expectations and the reality of the holiday season are more likely to feel stuck. So, really check in with your expectations and ask if these are realistic or are they #Hallmark behaviors. A study published in the Journal of Cognition and Emotion suggests that the fear of disappointing others or not living up to perceived societal norms can contribute to feeling stuck, and this fear can be exacerbated by perfectionistic tendencies. This reminds me of the number one fear that people talk about, which is public speaking. It's the idea I'm not going to disappoint. I'm going to let people down, and I have to be perfect in my presentation. Check in with yourself and say, do I have this fear of letting other people down or letting myself down? Feeling stuck also can come from a sense of burnout. We've already talked about being stressed to the max, and now we're adding holiday stress on top of that, with time management, financial stressors, gift giving, and dealing with difficult family members. This all can create a sense of burnout, leading you to feel stuck. Finally, we come to a lack of coping skills. Some individuals may not have effective coping strategies in place to manage these unique challenges during the holiday season. It can lead to a sense of helplessness. Research in the Journal of Anxiety, Stress, and Coping emphasizes the importance of having coping strategies in place during stressful times. So, if you're doing some self-reflection and asking, what do I do? How do I practice self-care? You can also ask, how do I cope with this? You might need to do some deeper insights to say what skills you can develop to help me through this time. How to get unstuck. Let's look at some of the skills that we have that can help us through high stress. The first one is self-reflection. Take time to reflect on why you feel stuck. What are the specific factors or beliefs that you're holding back? Understanding the root causes is the first step in moving forward and creating change. So, check in with yourself on a routine basis. How am I doing? How am I feeling? Where are my expectations? Are they realistic? Setting achievable, clear goals for yourself gives you a sense of purpose and direction. It can provide motivation and a roadmap for you to get unstuck. Breaking some of your tasks into smaller steps is also a really good way to go from feeling overwhelmed into something that seems a little bit more manageable. A good way to get yourself unstuck is to seek inspiration. Look for sources of inspiration around you, either from your friends, colleagues, books, podcasts, mentors, role models, and movies. Hearing about other people's journeys and success and failures can spark your own idea of motivation and creativity for yourself and what you want for the holidays. You want to challenge your thoughts. You want to identify and challenge any limiting beliefs or negative self-talk that might be happening during this stressful time. You must replace them with positive affirmations and a growth mindset. You want to take action. You don't want to just stay still and make yourself feel stuck. So often, just taking a first step, no matter how small it is, can help you break free from that inertia. So take action. Changing your routine and introducing new habits can help you shake up your life and provide a fresh perspective. Consider trying a new hobby or a new activity or thinking outside of the box. Doing something that makes you feel uncomfortable is a good way to do that. Try visualization and goal setting. Use visualization techniques to imagine yourself achieving your goals and getting unstuck. Building resilience. I really feel like building resilience is particularly crucial during the holiday season for several reasons. We should try to become more equipped with the ability to adapt and bounce back to changes that we didn't expect. The holidays will present various stressors and different things that come up, from family conflicts to financial pressures, and it's going to be our responsibility to be able to pivot when these changes come. Building resilience will also help us embrace this imperfection. Consider how resilience allows you to accept and to learn from your imperfections. Rather than viewing them as failures, look at them as opportunities for growth, or maybe areas where we did grow. Maintaining that emotional well-being is essential because resilience will promote emotional well-being by helping you regulate your emotions effectively. When you find that you are irritable and snap, maybe it's that this time of the year brings a little bit more emotional stress, and anger was the secondary emotion. It can enhance our relationships so we can improve them by fostering effective communication, empathy, and conflict resolution skills. It will also act as a protective factor against burnout. This is how building resilience can be one of the best tools we have in our pockets. Coping skills to help. How do we put it all together? The first thing you want to do is plan ahead. We have a whole year to prepare for it. Creating a holiday plan can include your scheduling, your budgets, or your to-do list, and this can help you stay organized, which will make you feel just a little bit more control of your life during this time of the year. Managing your finances is another one. That is where we spend time considering what we want our budget to look like and sticking to it. Avoiding financial stress by planning your expenses will be a nice nugget to keep in your pocket. Delegating tasks. This is when we are hesitant to give others responsibility or ask for help. But when we share the load with family members or friends, it can be a true lifting of weight off our shoulders. Planned time alone is one of my other faves where we can come back to ourselves. You might be overstimulated by all the noise, all the talking, the giggling of the social interactions that you need time for yourself. So let's focus a little bit more on self-care. Conclusion. In conclusion, holiday stress and perfectionism are common and challenging issues that can affect your happiness and well-being. However, you don't have to let them keep you stuck and unhappy. I hope this video was helpful and informative for you. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, let me know in the comments below how you deal with holiday stress and perfectionism, and what are you looking forward to in the new year. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!